The president's COVID infection is a reminder that the virus is still with us and the rate of transmission is high. Paul Murphy reports while COVID's current trajectory is alarming, most of the cases that we're seeing here in our state are not sending people to the hospital.
Right now, Louisiana is averaging about 3,000 new COVID cases a day.
If you go about your day's work, your day's activities right now, the chance that you will be exposed to COVID and not know it is pretty high.
Most people are now testing for the virus at home. Louisiana Chief Medical Officer Dr. Joe Kanter admits there are likely many more current cases than reported to the state.
For every one case that we formally diagnose, it's probably at least 4 or 5 cases out there that don't get formally diagnosed.
That would put the true number of new COVID cases in the state at close to 15,000 a day.
And that's just reflective of how easily this BA.5 variant spreads.
So far, the symptoms are not as severe as in earlier variants.
Today we have a little bit over 700 hospitalized patients with COVID in the state. At this point in time, in other surges that we've had, we would have had 2,000 or 3,000 hospitalized COVID patients.
Dr. Kanter says it's not likely Louisiana will have to return to a mask mandate, but people may want to consider wearing a face covering, at least for now.
While we're surging, not a bad idea to wear a mask, particularly in indoor crowded spaces. And I would recommend that to anyone that wants to take added measures to protect themselves, protect their family.
Right now, the percent positive rate for COVID tests reported to the state is now hovering around 28%. Dr. Kanter says that's about as high as it's ever been during the pandemic. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
So here's a look now at the latest from the State Health Department with nearly 3,500 new cases reported. And of course, remember, those don't include home tests. There were 11 new deaths reported and hospitalizations increased by a dozen compared with yesterday. Ventilator use is unchanged.